Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, global partners and viewers. My name is Don Robert. I am a hypnotherapist, and this is my dear friend and hypno partner, Tina Orlando. We're also known as, hey, Tina Orlando and Dawn.
Hey, it's so funny.
Uh, so,
It's so enjoyable.
first recording, we've worked out all the bugs. I've been able to set aside my frustrations with Zoom. We are not in a professional podcast studio
Nope.
yet.
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 But you know what? Tina and I have been living on Zoom as hypnotherapists almost 5 years now, right?
Almost 5 years. Yes.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of
So
time on
fast.
Zoom.
Like when you think about COVID, right? Because that's when the whole world shifted to Zoom, and the director of our beloved HMI, Hypnosis Motivation Institute, pivoted in the middle of being shut down. All of a sudden, the whole school was on Zoom. Like, I don't even think we
Within
skipped a
days.
week.
We did not skip a
I don't
week.
know how he did that. It was
I don't know. It
unbelievable.
was it was a better pivot than the Friends show pivot.
We are on a break.
it,
Pivot.
it was literally, 3 days later, and we're gonna
Yeah,
have class on Zoom. That's it.
so
We're gonna do
impressive.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think I
And
speak
what
for
school is that?
both. Huh?
And what school is that?
HMI, which stands for Hypnosis Motivation Institute.
Yes.
Um,
Big
and
shout out.
what I wanted to say is that so this is how we're going to do it, everybody. Like, I'll talk about something and then get Tina's perspective and thoughts, and then Tina will talk about something and get mine. And we have been bouncing off of each other. We've been like best hypno friends for 4.5 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like early
Yeah.
days of our friendship, we
No,
talked for 8 hours one day.
I know. It was crazy. And that's
I've
nothing
never
really. I
experienced
mean,
that. I don't even think I've talked to my family that long.
yeah,
So
well, I mean, when you have something to say and somebody wants
yeah,
to listen, that's the
and
cool
we've
part.
just like been two kindred spirits ever since. And I refer to her as my hypno partner. And
Absolutely.
we don't have any financial partnerships yet.
Yet.
The hope is that we'll find an audience with this podcast. People will want to tune in to see the me and you just kind of bouncing off each other, and then really kind of the topics that we're going to talk about, all things hypnosis, hypnotherapy, treatment in
Differences.
general. We're both, our initials after our names stand for certified clinical hypnotherapists. We've both been through a second year of an associate's degree in mind body psychology. So she's really smart, this one over
Oh,
here.
thank you. You're
Yeah.
smart.
I'm okay. Yeah.
You're
I'm
smart
more the
too.
gregarious puppy that jumps on your lap as opposed to like but I don't know why I downplay my intelligence. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
absolutely
you're very
intelligent.
smart.
Thank you.
That's a weird thing though, to say yes, I am smart.
Right. Yeah.
That's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, in the spirit of I don't know when we're going to release this whole segment, or if
Teaser.
we're going to just send out a little clip, but I have been having the most profound emotional experience, a shifting that's been taking place in my personal life, and then all of a sudden, I got Olympic fever, and
I mean,
I have recorded almost everything. The only thing that I fast forward through or delete is water polo, water
let me
polo,
just
right? It's
let me
just
just
not.
jump in really quick. I've
Yeah,
spent 4.5 hours watching surfers. I was just
that
mesmerized
wave is
by it.
unbelievable. It's just perfect every time.
Yeah, and they're amazing every time. What I doesn't even, I mean, you could be a gold medal winner. It doesn't matter if you're in the Olympics riding that wave. I mean,
Hmm.
hats off to you and all the time and effort you've put into mastering something you ultimately cannot control.
Yeah, it's
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 you against the earth,
it's
basically, and that's
outstanding. So
profound.
the profound experience that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to start up here kind of surfacey so we can all kind of connect to it, and then I want to get a little bit deeper into the more of the emotional upheavals and the shifting and reframing of my thoughts around the term greatness. So
Okay.
we've seen a tremendous amount of camaraderie and sportsmanship, not only amongst your own country, but then the people that you're competing against, win, lose, or draw, right? Gold, silver, or bronze. There's also a respect and camaraderie that's just been heartfelt. And then when, I don't know about you, I'm going to pause after I ask this question. I have gotten very emotional when they get emotional. And I mean, it's because I'm an empath. And so I know that I have that ability to tap into an emotion in the moment. It's what I love about movies and television. It evokes emotion in myself. Are you like that, Tina? I don't know this answer.
Sometimes, sometimes, I spent 3 hours watching the Michael Phelps documentary in the middle of all of this um, Olympic craziness. I paused for a minute because I think he's the greatest of all time, and I was honed in on him every Olympics and just admired his ability to keep coming back and to think about what that actually takes. So I wanted to watch this documentary, and at one point, I was choked up and angry because he lost, and he's like, "Well, I deserved what I got." He's like, I deserved it. I wasn't prepared. And I thought, oh my God, my heart was breaking for him. So I was upset that he lost, but he was taking it in stride, of course. But when somebody truly wins and you hear the backstory, yeah, I mean, the tears roll, whether it's the Olympics or The Voice or, a commercial that's sweet or a video that you watch. How do you not? If you're a human being with a beating heart, like, of course.
And okay, great. So I'm like over here, like if it's a really good commercial, I could shed a tear over a damn commercial.
Yeah. That's okay though. I
And
mean,
I've
it's
been
cool.
accused of being too sensitive in the past. And like until I really understood this term empath, um,
Hmm.
I didn't know why I couldn't really, I just can't sit down and watch the news. It's just too depressing. It hurts me. Right. And I always wondered, like, am I just callous? Do I just not care about the world? And it's like, because I care too much is the problem.
Hmm.
So that was nice. So here's where I want to go with this kind of dotted line experience that I think, and I'm probably going to do this a lot. Well, I'll tell you what I think and then ask you a question. I think that for me, there's the connection. I think I refer to it as like the term namaste, which is where the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. And it's
Hmm.
it's something about sports, but specifically about the Olympics, that there is this unbelievable greatness that we're witnessing. And for me, it's connecting to the greatness that is smothered by fear and noise and self-judgment. And, as Don, the living, breathing human having this, experience here on the planet. And when I watched the Olympics, it was like it peeled back the gray that sometimes clouds over me in a day.
Hmm.
And
Gives you hope.
hope, absolutely. It inspired me to achieve my own greatness, which in itself, just right there, is like, well, but that's cocky, and that's if you're gonna talk about your greatness, oh, he's great, like, you know what I mean? It's such a tricky thing, and this is really
Hmm.
what we're talking about here. Our subconscious, my subconscious, for whatever reason, attaches ego to that because in the past, I probably was more egotistical about any skills that I had, as opposed
Hmm.
to feeling the strength of that experience.
Hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on that? This whole connection to the greatness of the greatness within in the spirit of namaste.
Well, I mean, I absolutely agree, and I think it's great. I started to lean in. I just want you to know. I just
It's
almost
okay.
leaned
I'm
in.
leaning in the whole time. Go ahead. I'll lean back.
Um,
Lean
yeah,
back.
yeah, but when I lean in, it's different. I want to unmute. Um, but anyways, the greatness in people, like, I think that inspiration we receive from them, that's That is why they are who they are, you know, because they exemplify that. Like that is who they are. They have worked that hard. They give us hope. They inspire us to be better. What I find fascinating about them is if you notice the gymnasts, they are talking themselves through it.
Mm,
If you watch right before they get on the beam or they right
mm-hmm,
before they are about to perform, they
mm-hmm.
are literally saying, "You've got this.
What are
You've
they
got
doing,
this."
Tina?
they they are
Uh-huh.
resetting that, you know, they are setting out their goal, their outcome, their, you know, that's programming that they've done, and they've done the work. They've done the work, and this is why I brought up Michael Phelps, is because he's huge into mental health, and
Mm,
they have all had the mental health work of, you know, whether it's a law of attraction, whether it's NLP, whether it's, you know, um, you know, that mindset, which is what they have. They have a mindset to win. They see the outcome. They have to know it and they see it, you know, and that's what they're doing. And that's fascinating because all the commentators were like, oh, there she is. She's telling herself, you got this. Like they knew what she was saying. It was fascinating to watch them say it. And it's, you know, that's because prior years it hasn't been like that. It's been, you know, push these kids into the nth degree and they break and they hurt and all the sacrifices they made. This year, I think really after what is that, 2022 technically, when Simone decided that she was going to step out of the Olympics for her own mental health. That is such a huge statement. Kudos to her. I think that this year it's really been focused on what's best for you as an athlete. Um, and that inspires even more greatness, right? I mean, they're making huge strides
yeah.
of what we're actually supposed to be doing as humans, you know, on a planet, hanging out together, whether you're in France or you're in the United States or Tahiti, Australia, wherever. That camaraderie is what we definitely need right now, considering the state of the world. And I think that's why it's affecting so many people, because the news is bad and this gives you joy. And
Yeah.
everybody wants a little bit of joy.
Hell yeah.
So,
Absolutely. So when you're talking about and reminding me of her talking to herself,
mhm.
would it be fair to say that she was maybe tapping into and accessing her deepest seated beliefs about herself that might be in her subconscious? Was it possible that she
Probably.
could be using a little version of self-hypnosis?
Absolutely.
Which is such a
Absolutely.
scary word, right? Because people automatically attach it to the Hollywood version, which is mind control. Get out. Or they go to the stage and, oh, you're gonna make me quack like a duck.
Or they'll go to the, you know, CIA using MK Ultra.
Yeah,
I know nobody wants to talk about that, but
right.
I mean, these are things. These are the reasons why. These are the things you hear from people and what the differences are. Like nobody even knows. They just think it's all get out. They think it's, you know, you're gonna make me walk like a chicken or act like a duck or whatever. And that's not what we do here.
No,
So what do
no,
we do?
not far. What do we do? Well,
What do
that
we
would
do?
be, I really feel like we're kind of tapping into the next episode, really,
Yeah,
is
I
what
know.
we do.
You gotta stay
Because
tuned to find out
you
what we do
know,
here, right?
that being said, we've talked for 8 hours, 3 hours, like we could talk all afternoon. But I
Absolutely.
know for myself, as somebody that considers watching or listening to a podcast, I will typically see how long it is before I
Hmm.
make the investment into it, right? Because,
Yeah.
the general public doesn't know who we are. There'll be a certain number of people that will listen or watch this podcast
Hmm.
because of us, but
Right.
we want to appeal to the masses. We want to bring our heart, our love, our talent, our greatness to all of
Information.
you and share it with you
Hmm.
so you can tap into yours. Imagine
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
Imagine. Visualize. Go ahead. I dare you.
I
Yeah.
have been
See?
doing a lot of that. I've been breathing a lot through the Olympics, and like on a personal level, I just kept believing that I was on the right path and that I was taking the
Hmm.
next indicated step which kept
Mm.
leading me in the right direction to live as my highest self. And so,
The highest good.
yeah,
Mm. Mhm.
to be of
Yeah,
maximum love and service to my fellows.
I mean, that's what we do here.
This is what we do.
This
Yeah.
is what we do. This is what we
So,
do.
uh,
I mean, we'll always be under 45 minutes. I will say that. Because if it's, well, I mean, we have to cut it at 45 minutes. No, most people have a 30 to 45-minute commute. So that's how I see it. So
see, I
that's
told you
okay.
this one's smart over here. My commute is about 45 steps, bedroom to
How we like to do
office. So I know.
Life's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So just in case anybody's curious, we're both located in Southern California. If you go to our YouTube channels page, you can see our websites if you want to check us out further. And I would invite you
Absolutely.
to like, follow,
Subscribe.
and share. Follow, subscribe, as the same words. See,
I
this
don't
is what she
know.
does to me.
Follow, like, share,
It's a wonderful,
subscribe.
gentle correction.
I was trying to help.
Yes, spread the word. Come back for more. For
Absolutely.
now, this is Don,
That's Tina.
and we are Our Subconscious
Our
Speaks.
subconscious speaks
All right,
loudly.
there it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's good.